Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I recently went out on a date with a guy that I met on Tinder. We never met before our date, but we texted for a week prior and I thought he was a really nice guy. Our date went well. He was a little pompous and a little overly flirty, but a nice guy nonetheless. We live in a college town, and the restaurant we went to was walking distance to my apartment, so he offered to walk me home after. I thought this was such a green flag and really appreciated his offer as it was late and getting dark outside. I accept his offer. He walks me home and I tell him how much I appreciate it. I even tried to set up another date on the spot. He then offers to come inside and show me a few local bars he knows of. I thought this was weird because he knows I'm a local. So I told him we could get together in the morning for coffee so he can show me my treat. He tries pretty hard to convince me that it's still early and we can plan it really quickly, but I told him I want to work on a few homework assignments. He accepts this, but then asks to come in and use my bathroom, which kind of made my heart sink. I tell him he can use my leasing office restroom, which is right inside the lobby of my apartment, and he became noticeably irritated. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of, "I didn't realize you were such an uptight bitch. I'll use the 7-Eleven bathroom," and he walked away. I felt horrible. Am I wrong? No? I'm just shocked at how this guy took it. Like, if he really needed to use the restroom, he would just accept the restroom that she wants him to go to. Oh my gosh, this guy's a creep. Wow, he literally just kept pushing for it. I do think if someone had no bad intentions, they would back off and they would realize how creepy they're sounding. Honestly though, I wouldn't even want someone that I'm meeting for the first time to know where I live. Just in case something happens, you know? Like, just in case they get really salty and they don't like me and they just come harassing me because they know where I live. But then at the same time, I can see why she thought it was a green flag because it was dark. And you know, it's so scary to walk home alone in the dark. It wouldn't have been creepy if he offers to come inside the first time and then she says no and then he backs off, right? But then he just keeps going for it. He's just like, no, we can still plan it. Let me just come in real quick. It's not going to take a long time. Okay, you don't want me to come in? Okay, well, can I use the bathroom at least? Wow, you don't want me to use the bathroom at your place? Wow, how could you? Jeez, I feel bad for her that she felt bad. This is like a typical nice guy, honestly. Girl, you're so hot. What? You don't want to invite me to your place? You know what? You're ugly. You're the ugliest person I've ever seen. Man, that sucks because I feel like if you backed off, it would have went well. But then again, I'm glad he showed her his true nature. He just can't take no for an answer. That's not what you want in someone, girl or guy. Jeez. Creepy. I'll be creeped out. I don't think she went too far at all. Like, she wasn't even rude about refusing him to come in. She was just saying, oh, I'm kind of busy. I need to finish my assignments. Maybe next time. And she even offered to go on a second date. She even offered for a coffee date the next morning and he didn't like it. So what the heck did he want? Okay, next story. I have an older brother who's 26 who recently had his first son a month ago. His wife never wanted a kid, but my brother convinced her to have one. This week was the first time I visited since the baby was born, since we live states away. The place was pretty dirty, but I shrugged it off thinking they're new parents and have their hands full. Then I seen his wife, who looked as if she hadn't showered since the delivery, slept in a week or anything except take care of the baby. Compared to my brother, who was clean, well kept and rested, she was a train wreck. While we were there for 4 hours, I really saw how much he contributed. Every time the baby would cry, my brother would hand him off to my mum or his wife. He ran out of the nursery yelling for someone else to change the baby's diaper, and turns out it was just a small turd, not even a blowout. Other examples of his negligence include insisting we leave the baby home alone while we went out for dinner, refusing to bathe him, and yelling at the baby to just go to sleep. Yo. What the heck is this, Dad? Hold on. So he convinced his wife to have a kid when his wife didn't want to have a kid, but now that he has a kid, he doesn't want to look after the kid. Why did he want to have a kid then? My parents had seen enough in person and sat everyone down, me included. We told him he needs to grow up and help out, but he just keeps making excuses like how tired he is from work. For the record, he works 6 to 7 hours a day, Monday through Friday, sometimes half a day on Saturdays. His logic was that because he works, he can avoid his duties as a father. He is not the breadwinner, by the way. The mother works as well. He eventually was mad that we wanted him to be a dad, and he just said, "She's a woman, I'm a man. I don't take care of him other than sports and teaching him to be a man." What the heck? I can't believe he would just say that in front of his family. What? I'd get so mad, to be honest, because he was the one who wanted her to have a kid, and now he's gonna be like, you better take care of the kid by yourself. So it's not even about like the money or the time, because they both work, but because he's a man, he doesn't have to take care of his kid. Guys, if you think like this, please don't have a kid. I snapped and started yelling how he's a bad dad for neglecting the child he pressured his wife to have. I called him a lousy dad and how sad it is that he makes everyone else do his duties for him. I added how he shouldn't have had a kid if he didn't want to help out. I said I was sorry his wife married him because he was such a bad husband and how much better she can do, and added how I wouldn't be surprised if they were divorced by the time he was 30. Everyone was silent. My parents told me to wait outside, then later told me to apologize because it was rude and unnecessary. I refused to, but I heard him crying. I don't know if I took it too far, but I think he needs a reality check so that kid grows up with him present. We tried over the phone before and only were being nice, but that didn't work. I don't think he's wrong because I feel like he needs to hear it. If he's not gonna do anything ever for his kid, what's the point of having a kid? Like, why did he pressure his wife to have a kid if he's not gonna take care of the kid? He wants the kid just to play with? He really thought kids don't come with responsibilities? What? I do feel bad for the wife though, and we could tell that his whole family feels bad for the wife too, because they all sat him down and told him, you gotta grow up. Because I bet they probably knew as well that if he didn't change, they would have been divorced by the time he was 30, like this person said. You can't just pressure your wife to have a kid and then once she has a kid, you're gonna be like, well, that's your kid. You're gonna take care of your kid. I mean, it's my kid too, only when I want to play with him. Interesting. Right, he's 26. He's from my generation. I can't believe he still thinks like that. Who thinks like that? Honestly though, there are so many good dads out there, and he's just not one. But you can change, you know? You can become a better dad if you try to. It's not like he's gonna stay a bad dad forever if he changes. Oh wait, there's an update. It says the sister-in-law is okay. She got the rest she needed while we were there and cleaned up herself. She said that she would probably start making my brother do baby things so she could take care of herself. Oh, she just seems like such a sweet person. The fact that she had her kid a month ago and is making her do everything, well, in my culture, this is like very looked down upon. Like, after the mum has a baby, she is cared for like she's the queen that she is, right? Because that's what should happen. She literally carried a baby for 9 months and then she had the kid. Obviously, she has to be treated like a queen until she recovers. I hope he changes. You know, I do believe people can change, so I hope he changes. Alright, next story. I'm a single father of 3. Their mum died 10 years ago. I have 3 sons, 17-year-old Andrew, 15-year-old Connor, and 14-year-old Max. Connor was born female. He is trans. He came out as trans 5 years ago and has now socially transitioned, not yet physically. My sister just got married. Me and my sons were also invited. My family has known that Connor is trans for 2 years now. Some have adjusted well, some not so much. My sister is pretty indifferent about it. Her wedding was really super well organized to the last detail. She wanted all the men to wear a shirt and tie and the women sundresses. I texted her a picture of our outfits the day before the wedding. She said, "Where's Nia's dress?" I was a bit surprised and told her not to detonate my son and that he'll be wearing a shirt and tie like the rest of men there or we aren't coming. She said, fine, and that was it. At the reception, my sister got mad that Connor was wearing a tie, but didn't say much after that. When we sat down at our table, they called Nia. I went to my sister and she said she used their real name. I told her me and the boys are leaving, and she told me, don't you dare cause a scene at my wedding. Nia can be a guy any other day. We left. My family says I ruined her wedding. She ruined her own wedding? What? She caused that drama herself. She could have just accepted Connor the way that he was. But no. Dude, why are people like this? Like, what are you doing? It's not that hard to accept someone. Why is it hard to accept him the way that he is? This does make my blood boil. Like, she did that on purpose. It's one thing if you don't accept someone, but to show that in public that you don't accept them is messed up. This dad is amazing though. Like, compare this dad to the dad in the previous story. This dad is looking after his kid. He's a man, but he's more than a man than someone else who decides to not look after the kid because they're a man. You're not a real man if you neglect your kids. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!